Hi everybody, welcome back to Split by the Badge. I'm David. This is my brother Joshua, who is
Hi guys.
the avid Barcelona fan. I'm the Madrid fan, as you probably all know. And a pathetic week for me.
And a very awesome week for Barca.
He's
I'm on
enjoying.
top of the world, yeah.
He's enjoying torturing me the entire week.
Definitely.
I mean, the entire last few days. Well, it's not an entire week, but yeah. So, first of all, how do you feel?
Yeah, I am on top of the world. Already we have got our second trophy of the season and we are challenging for the treble, which we are on course to win, of course.
I was
Which is
gonna
going to
say
be
sad life for
the
Madrid.
first... I mean, I think it's the only club which I think has got 3 trebles. So far, I think there are clubs which have got 2 trebles. But yeah, we will be the first club to win 3 trebles. So yeah, I think a treble of trebles is better than a three-peat. So yeah,
I'm pretty
I think we
upset.
should move forward into the breakup of the CDR finals.
Yeah.
So
First of all, I'm really upset about that because we were so close to winning. That's the whole thing. So
yeah, I mean, to be fair, Madrid did a good comeback as
Yeah,
well,
I
and I
was-
think this was the
I was
best
pretty
performance of the season.
surprised at how we played
I as well.
because we were 1 goal down. I said definitely Barcelona is winning. And they are going to thrash us. Means that was my thinking. Ki if in the first episode, first half, if they are going to score in, that means that they will thrash us. So, and then we scored in 2 goals. That was something that made me so happy. I was like, okay, we have a chance. We have a chance. And then out of nowhere, 2 fabulous goals.
Yeah, indeed. So before we start with the episode as well, before we start with the breakdown as well, we'll just do a rough of what we're going to speak about today. So first, we're going to speak about the Copa del Rey. Then we will move forward slowly to the top 5 leagues, to what is happening at the top. Then we will go forward and we will talk a little bit about the CL and the EL because this week is the semi-finals week. Then if we have time left, I think we will do a small segment. And I think, yeah, that is about
And
it.
also forgive us both. We are both slightly hoarse. He
Yeah.
from screaming, cheering his team.
Yeah.
Me from crying.
Yeah.
Just
So,
kidding. I
yeah,
didn't cry.
I think we should start now. So, first we will talk about the lineups, which in the previous episode we spoke about our expected lineups, which we thought was going to happen. It was in the
So
El
I
Clásico special. So, now I think, yeah, he will tell you
I
his
think
lineup.
they surprised me a bit with the lineup. I
think it was a pretty good lineup,
Yeah, it was
I
a
think.
pretty good lineup. I
mean, it was a bold decision benching Mbappe.
it was a very bold decision.
But it actually did work out.
Yeah,
And we will discuss that as well.
The thing is, I had Alaba on my left back, and he put in Mendy, which I was very happy about. My middle 3 were right. Actually, middle 4 were right. So they took in the midfielders. I said if Valverde is playing on right back, then it would. He would play in Ceballos, but he put Ceballos, Tchouaméni, Valverde, and Bellingham.
I think
all
you had
4.
predicted Ceballos to start.
I had predicted.
Yeah.
I said either him or Modric. I think I had said,
I think you
or
said
him and
both,
Valverde.
yeah.
I think I said
Yeah.
him and Valverde, or Modric and Ceballos. So that was what I thought. But all 4 came in. Mbappe was benched, which
Yeah.
was pretty surprising. But very good decision.
I think they switched
hindsight.
back to the last season Champions League run lineup. I think it was
Yes.
the 4-4-2 as well.
Yes, the 4-4-2
So I think
lineup.
that's what I think Ancelotti had in mind. So I think that's the reason why he chose this lineup. And I
First
think it
of
was a
all,
very good
Ancelotti
lineup.
is going to be missed. I think.
Oh yeah.
There is kind of a rumor.
That he
I
should be
don't know
going to
how confirmed it is
Yeah.
yet, because
but I think
this, as
mostly
of
it is
today,
confirmed because
yeah.
he will go once the season gets over. Just before the Club World Cup, he will be going to Brazil. So I think that's your lineup.
That
You
was
just
okay,
tell
yeah.
the lineup.
Yeah, so that it was.
What was the lineup?
Courtois in goal. It was Mendy, Rudiger, Asensio, Vasquez, Tchouaméni, Ceballos, Bellingham, Valverde, all 4 on midfield, and up to 2 in the front, Vinicius and
Right.
Rodrigo.
Yeah. So I think that was a very good And I'll tell you the Barca lineup now. It was Chesney in goal. We had Gerard Martin start on the left. I think it was
Too good player.
I think it was the
Means he
predicted.
did very
I
good.
think it was my predicted lineup as well, because I think the only place I think which we as fans we wanted Furman to start the match instead of Olmo, but I think it worked out as well because Furman did well. So it was left back Gerard Martin, centre backs Inigo Martinez and Kubarsi, right back Kunde, midfielders were Pedre and De Jong. The attacking midfielder was Olmo, sorry. Right winger was Lamine, left winger was Rafinha, and striker was Ferran.
Correct.
So I think as a tactical and as a good, it was actually a good battle. Especially I think the main place where it stood out was in the midfield battle, because I mean it was like a 4 midfielders upon the 3 midfielders of Barca, which I think the majority of the game went in the midfield battle.
Yeah,
Even
there was the, I mean, memes started floating around about Bellingham and Pedri, and yeah.
well, I mean that's what you do when you witness greatness. You need to
Shut
make those. I mean those are the reactions you do.
Yeah, no, it's not about just that. I mean, there was that severe competition, let's say, in that midfield. First of all, let's give credit where credit is due for Pedri, that fabulous goal, fabulous opener. Out of nowhere, he wasn't even in the frame during the game, and then suddenly he comes
he
in.
was the one. He was the one who made that pass to Lamine, and then he himself ran into the box. I think that was, that was the same move where Bellingham did that thing.
Oh, that was the that was a move.
So
right,
Bellingham
right.
went to give a pass, I think, and Kubarsi intercepted it and went to Pedri, and Pedri gave an over the top ball.
That was lovely. That was a lovely bit of play.
So now I think we should talk about break down the analysis of where, I mean, how the game went on. So first of all, obviously Barca scored. Then I think Barca were very good in the first half. I think Madrid didn't look like they could play. I mean, like they would win this match, because Barca completely dominated them in the first half. But then in the second half, Madrid, I think they switched gear, and with Mbappe coming on, I think it just took the game to a
whole. And no hate for Rodrigo, I love the guy, but he wasn't at his best that day. His best. He has proven to us time and time again, especially in that. I always mention this game, the City game, which made him stand out the most in my eyes, and he has the capability to step up in big games.
Yeah.
But in that game, it just wasn't there, and there was another player who disappointed every Madrid fan that day. Disappointed very badly, because we know what he's capable of, and in that game he just wasn't it. And I don't know who knows who I'm talking about. It is Brahim Diaz. Brahim, a very good player. I've seen him play a lot, where he has proved pivotal in games, but in that game he was off his game completely.
But I think Ancelotti's substitutions in that game was very good. Even the Modric substitution.
Yeah, it was
because that helped Koundé score the winner.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I think all of his substitutions were very good. I think Mbappe was very good.
Mbappe was a good substitution. And
Fran Garcia, I think, was as well as I felt honestly as a Barca fan.
Mendy is a lovely player when he's fit.
But I just think he just runs around like a headless chicken, because I mean obviously when you have Lamine in front of you, there's no way. And we saw what happened in one attack when it was anything, he fell and immediately got injured. But Fran Garcia, at least he was very good. He kept Lamine at bay. I mean obviously it's very difficult to do that.
Yeah, it is.
But he didn't.
He's a very pacey guy.
Yeah, he's a very tricky guy. So
Young
I think
blood.
yeah, very. So then
so the thing, coming back to Brahim actually, and the thing is, we have not seen much of Arda this season, Gulay,
but Arda is
too good.
Credit where credit is due. He was very good. He only I mean his assist was the one which made Madrid go in the lead.
Oh yeah, sorry.
First was Mbappe's free kick. Yeah,
free kick was first, right? And then Tchouaméni's header goal, and so Gulay, he had so many times where he was open and Brahim did not pass to him. They had the entire play, which generally is Madrid's style, where they switch sides, but in that game it wasn't.
But I think majority of the time, I mean that's what I was telling David that day as well. I think the main thing which Madrid do, which they do very well at, which even if Trent comes, that will be a very good thing, is the switch off play, because they
Yeah.
completely can take all the pressure to one side and then completely one ball over the top and Vinicius is ready to run, because anyway both the wingers, they always generally they hug the sidelines. So that is, I think, the main tactic of what how they play
and I
again
saw
under
a
Carlo.
rumor, which we will get to later. But this rumor where after Madrid said that after they signed Trent, they will sign another midfielder and another right back or left back, one of them.
Oh, okay.
So which was a surprising thing for me, but it's a very good thing that they are thinking about. If they do pull it off, that'll be amazing. Anyways, I think enough with the CDR.
I think it's but then if we were
And
moving,
Kunde, the only thing left, I think, was Kunde's finisher.
with the
just
Modric
basically
assist.
which basically just sealed the deal, Joshua. You don't have to dig it in even further. Which we knew was going into extra time. We thought the game would go into extra time. I mean, into penalties, because we held them off completely at extra time till the very last minute. Was it, or 2 minutes?
115th, around 5 minutes. was left,
Around 5 minutes, around that
Yeah.
at the end. And we could have won the game. We could have kept everything at bay. I mean, it was just our bad luck at that time.
I think what Barca have especially done very well this season is when they go down, they show that mentality that they're going to come up. They have done it, I think, in 4 or 5 games. They have gone down and they have done a crazy remontada. I mean, I don't think Madrid tried doing the remontada, but then, I mean, when you're up against Barca, I don't think a remontada is a remontada.
Okay. There was one thing I also wanted to say. The referees. That's one thing I think we have to touch on, because I think in the entire news,
But I don't think there was any problem with the referees, because the referees were very good with all the decisions. Maybe 1 or 2 they made in both the sides they made the decisions. But I think it was very straightforward.
Yeah, it was straightforward. But I can raise you one, in the sense that if we are, what do you call it? Like, if it's a high pressure moment, you have to make decisions and calls very ginchun ke, or like, you have to understand when you're making that calls. If it is right call, you have to have it double checked, make sure that there's no time wasting, and if there is time wasted, a time should be added on, because it's a
So I
high
think there
stakes,
was
high
a long
pressure.
time anyway added on. I mean, it was majority of the time it was the Madrid people who were trying to waste time, in fact. Barca didn't try and waste time other than the 2
except
hours.
till the very end, after
when
you all
they had
scored.
when they had to, because, and even over then, I think when Madrid went on the attack and when the foul happened in the
is
midfield
foul,
there, that was an offside, so that was not, I mean, like, I'm happy that Barca did those 3 fouls, which was one of Vinicius on the Inigo one, and then the Mbappe one as well. But the Mbappe was not a foul, it was a clean tackle, even if it had gone to penalties, unless if
see, the thing is, there were many controversial decisions.
I don't think there were many
I
controversial
think
decisions.
the one decision which went in Barcelona, I mean, in Madrid's favor, let's say, against Barcelona, where you were telling me yesterday about Rudiger.
That was one, and then there was another one, the Kubarsi Ceballos one.
Yeah,
where Ceballos pulled back Kubarsi, in fact.
So there
Other
were
than that, I don't
a
think
few,
in Madrid's
there was in Barcelona.
in Barca's favor, I don't think there were many, because I mean, I don't think there was any, because
we'll
it
have
just
to
looked as a
rewatch
very
that thing. Means we are still in the heat of the moment, by the way, guys. We
know what happened
we
after.
haven't,
I think when that foul got called against Madrid, what Rudiger and Vinicius and all they did. So yeah,
I mean, before we move on to the next segment, I think we can dwell in a little bit on that about Rudiger and this. I mean, see, you play football, I play football. We know in the heat of the moment, especially with such a high stakes game, it's a final. If you feel that things are not going your way and suddenly a call like that is given, which I think it was just a call given for time wasting, especially.
No, so basically what happened was he hit the hand on the face of Eric. So generally they do give those fouls, and of course if it's next to...
But I mean, if it's on the defensive...
It was on Barca's defense, exactly. So because if Mbappe went forward, so that...
So I mean, it's still a pretty controversial decision.
Because it did happen. Even in the other half, it happened when it comes to Madrid as well, the same thing had happened.
It's not a decision like it could be taken in two ways. Sometimes it could be given, sometimes it couldn't be.
But what Rudiger did, I don't think anyone can say that it was respectful and it was sportsman.
I mean,
if he's a professional won't do
respectful
that.
and sportsmanship, everything goes out the door when you're losing
But that's,
everything. So
I don't think all the clubs do that. I just think that, I mean, it's just that that's why that's why even many people call Madrid a dirty institution as well, because of the way they act. I mean, if you see also the way they act is not a very good way. I mean, we don't want to get into that because that will take a long time.
That'll take a lot of time. That will take the entire night.
Yeah, whatever. We know that what Rudiger did, etc. I think so. Then, but now I think this is the last. I mean, this is the only trophy. Now the only trophy I think which I'll have left is La Liga
and Club World Cup.
Club World Cup is after the season gets over. But I'm talking about for a proper.
So we are at the complete risk of going trophyless this season.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really matter because we didn't have a good season at all. We knew at the start of the season we thought we would pick up the pace, but we didn't.
So what is one key transfer that you think now you all need to do in order? One transfer which not even a Trent. One transfer, even including Trent, but only one transfer which can change your team.
Well, either a left back or right back. I think that's the only thing that we really need, because if you see there's that hole in the back line, there is always that hole, that fair bit of space. Though Vasquez recently did very well in the past 2-3 games, but I mean there's still that hole. Fran Garcia very good on attack, slower in pace on defense. Him as well as Vasquez, they are both slower in pace when it comes to defending. So they are good defenders, but it's the pace slows down. So
then I think okay.
What about your side? What do you think you all need?
I just think we need a striker because Leva is aging. We just need one striker. We're just one striker away from, I think, potentially going another travel campaign.
Yeah, and another dream squad then. I think
because I think we have a very well balanced squad with very well balanced players. Then I think we are almost on course to win the La Liga as well. It's just the El Clásico, I think, which is in the way. But I think we will Madrid as well will drop points. But I think Madrid have all to play for, and Barca have got the Champions League as well. So Barca can lose matches and they'll drop points because of tiredness and stuff.
I don't know. I mean, first of all, guys, if you all saw the last video, my prediction was absolutely spot on. 3-2 Barcelona's win, and I had that feeling. Anyways, we'll link it over here. I mean, if you all haven't watched it, please do check it out, as well as go and subscribe to the channel for all the videos. We have many podcasts coming out now every Wednesday at 4. So do keep staying tuned for that. And now I think we can move on
to the Prem as well. Liverpool won the title as well.
Touch up on quick
Liverpool won the Prem. They beat Tottenham 5-1 to win it finally Arne Slot's first season, and he won the Prem, which is a very commendable thing. I mean, but it was a pretty dead Premier League season, because I think they won it at a very low point rate when normally teams reach 97 points and they cannot win it. Then Serie A as well, Inter Milan have lost the third consecutive match, and Napoli have finally taken the lead.
Feeling the walls closing in, coming into the Champions League.
To Barcelona. So I think me as a Barca fan, I think we do have hope because of seeing these, that they've gone, that too, they've not even scored a goal in these 3 matches when they have lost.
So I think it's pretty clear that though we can move on, I think, to the UCL, that the Madrid is good. Madrid are not in the UCL. Sorry, my head is not working. After this loss, it's eating me up. Okay.
So
Barcelona is
we have
going to
already
the
done
final.
our predictions as well in the previous episode. You can just take a look at that as well. We don't want to dwell too much on this because we have already spoken about it in the previous episode. Then the UEL, the Europa League as well. We have already spoken about it.
So we have to see what this week entails. I think this week is a massive week for football. A lot of deciders for the finals, I think.
As well as one decider has happened. The FA Cup finals, Crystal Palace beat Aston Villa and Man City beat Nottingham Forest.
The finals,
it's a very, very good thing. So it's Crystal Palace versus the Man City final. We have got the Copa del Rey done. So now we will conclude it. But before that, I think, do we want to talk about anything else? Because we just wanted to keep this as a very short episode, because the main thing of this, the main talking thing of this week was the Copa del Rey final.
PSG lost.
PSG finally lost to Nice. Finally their unbeaten streak is over. So finally they have lost a game. So I think that's about it for this episode. I don't think we have any more to talk about.
And a very short episode, but still very power packed. We have a lot more to discuss. I think we can check it out in next week's episode.
Especially next week's episode is going to be the first leg is going to be played, so we'll have a lot to talk about. And the leagues as well will be played more as well. So, yep, I think that's it for this episode.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hala
Madrid.
Hala Barca.
You can also say Hala
Visca
Madrid.
Barca.
Bye-bye.
I just wanted to troll him. That's how I was saying it. So, yeah. Thank you.